This episode is sponsored by Honey and by Omaha Steaks.
2020's been pretty rough, but thankfully the global COVID-19 pandemic is now in the rear view mirror, and we can go back to how things were.
Yeah, right?
Open her back up!
No problem.
We beat the virus, folks.
We did it by ignoring it.
We did it.
It's like when someone gets canceled on social media. If they just stop posting for a day or two, the world forgets.
Yeah, when shit hits the fan, you shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
And
we ignored the coronavirus and it got bored and went home.
Yep. Well, okay, maybe not according to any of the actual data, which shows cases remaining pretty steady at around 25,000 new cases per day and around 1,000 deaths per day. Not great, but while lives are important, the economy is a little bit more important. And
to some people, yeah.
It's time to put your love of this country to the test and die for this economy if necessary.
Gotta die for this economy.
Die for this country, that shit.
Now, of course, some of us are a bit uncomfortable with everything that's happening, especially considering how downright hostile a lot of people in this country are to just maintaining even the most basic level of disease prevention. We mentioned this the other day, but Orange County, California had a board of supervisors meeting a few days back where a ton of people showed up to complain about having to wear masks in public, and let's just play you some of that.
You're telling me that I have to breathe in CO2 when God gave this body the ability to extract that from my body, and now you want me to put it back in my body. I have natural rights as a sovereign citizen of the United States.
Your time is up.
You are kneeling on the necks of the people, and you are continuing to act in a thuggish manner.
People are now able to commit crimes while fully shielding their faces from sight.
I begin with the question, are you smarter than a fifth grader? I remember teaching my own fifth graders about the respiratory system. These 10-year-olds understood the most basic important element needed by the human body is oxygen. So I ask you, why in the name of science and health would you require people, especially children, to wear a mask only to rebreathe the waste product the body wants to get rid of?
Making our children wear masks is contrary to the medical experts, and it's fundamentally wrong. They need to be exposed to bacteria in the air, playing on jungle gyms. Kids need sunlight, exercise, interaction, youth sports, and prayer without masks. If you deny them that, in 20 years you're going to have a population of immunosuppressed, antisocial adults who can only interact via Zoom and FaceTime and need gloves to shake your hand.
I have been discriminated 5 times in the last 2 days. I have been actually turned away. I cannot go in these businesses without a mask, even though I have a health condition.
These children need to be back on the field, not in 2 weeks, now. As you can see, Taylor's got a soccer uniform on, and we're still not playing soccer.
Guys, it's over. Really? Are we still talking about this? It's over, this lockdown. You're looking at numbers and data, and, I go to a resort, nobody's wearing a mask. Then I come here, everybody's wearing a mask. I go to a protest, nobody's
Thank
wearing a
you.
mask.
Your time is up.
He went and fought where, Dad? Where did you fight?
What's that?
Where did you fight?
In the Philippine Islands in World War II.
And his fight was for your freedom, my freedom, his freedom, and everybody that's here today.
I don't know if you guys are robots or whatnot. So please stop imposing Chinese communism tactics. This is America. We need our essential bread. If you're not human, please join Elon Musk on his trip to Mars. And vote for our breath. Please let us breathe.
So yeah, as you can see, people are over it. Not just over it, they're offended by this virus.
They're canceling the virus.
Yeah, it's wild to see. And just as a little bit of extra background, the chief health officer of Orange County, who originally imposed the mask order, had to resign from her position because she was getting death threats and people were spreading her home address all around.
Yeah. Wow.
Just horrific.
Great job.
Horrific.
I feel real bad for anyone who happened to have been born and raised in Orange County. Sounds like a real terrible. No, I'm from from Los Angeles County.
Oh, okay. Well,
wouldn't know anything about Orange County.
Yeah. The crazy
Seemed like
thing
a bunch
is
of lunatics.
This poor woman, listen, I don't know her. Maybe she committed some felony way back when or got a couple of DUIs. I don't know.
Who cares?
But as the health director or whatever, she's just trying to help you.
Yeah, and just, following the most modest health guidelines.
Hey, maybe put on a mask.
Yeah.
While you're out with your shopping.
Anyway, much like how the reopen protests in Huntington Beach, Orange County last month seem to have actually worked at getting the state governments to loosen restrictions. Great job. Orange County went ahead and got rid of the mask mandate after that Board of Supervisors meeting. Businesses can, of course, still refuse entry to people not wearing masks, but you can bet your ass that every store manager and OC who works at a place requiring masks is already at their wits' end, having to deal with unmasked customers showing up and being very upset and confused that they're not allowed in, even though the county said it's okay.
Yeah. This also doesn't bode well for Disneyland, which is reopening in July.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
That. Stay away.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, like, imagine any of, like, the employees working there. Like, you're just going to be on mask patrol all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, listen, I love Disneyland. Avoiding.
Yeah, the year is...
it's over.
The year's over.
Folks,
nothing
over.
fun is happening for the rest of the year. I mean, I guess for some people, they're out there having a blast. I drove past some bars on the way into here today. Just patios packed.
Yeah.
We're back open, baby.
Listen, I'll be completely honest. I am jealous of people's, like, absolute lack of care. I walked past. I go on long walks every day to try to keep healthy, get some sunlight,
get the legs moving.
And I walked past a bar that I used to go to all the time, and I was like, this place is open. I wonder if I walk by if anyone will actually be in there. And I was walking by and looked in, and I was like, oh God, I'm never going to be able to, life is not going to get back to normal anytime soon.
No.
I was like, maybe there'd be one person in there, and you could stand across the entire room and have a beer, but no, people are literally right back at it immediately.
Yeah.
Well, wearing a mask is obviously doing the bare minimum. And yet to some people, it's the greatest indignity that you could ever possibly inflict on them. It doesn't make any sense to me. Again, going back to the breathing out CO2 and breathing it back in, these people are...
It's nonsense.
Off their rockers.
Doctors wear masks sometimes for 12 hours straight during surgery. And somehow they don't run out of oxygen because cloth is porous. The idea is it's transmitted through droplets. So you're blocking the droplets from your own mouth. You're blocking a lot of the droplets from outside of your mouth.
Yes.
It's hygienic.
And
it won't kill you.
At least a couple of those people are probably smokers.
Yeah.
So what do they know? Now, over in New York City this past week, we even had a local Karen get called out for not wearing a mask and she responded by coughing on the people complaining. Here. This is really not great, since the whole point of wearing masks is that everyone has to do it or it's a lot less effective. My mask is for you, your mask is for me, as they say.
Yeah.
But if more and more people are going to be so violently opposed to wearing a piece of cloth over their mouth and nose while they're at the supermarket, those of us who want to stay safe, we're just going to have to step things up a notch.
Yeah, I mean, you could always just invest in a high-quality N95 mask.
For $100 each.
Yeah, or an even more heavy-duty respirator if you're really trying to not get killed by a Karen cough.
I wish I would have kept mine from my Breaking Bad costume 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Would have been great.
Hot ticket item now.
It cost $5 at the time.
Yeah. But, as we've talked about before, this pandemic has really unleashed the entrepreneurial spirit in some people. So let's look at a couple new solutions that have arisen out of this pandemic. Now, first off, over on Indiegogo, we've got the Biovisor. If wearing a respirator is too ostentatious for you, then the Biovisor, probably not for you, because it's basically a giant bubble that covers your chest, shoulders, and head and makes you look like a very top-heavy astronaut.
Yeah. The Biovisor is the size of a large backpack, and it features a large clear plastic window in front for great visibility, a battery-powered fan, and an N95 filter for 12 hours of clean airflow. It also has a built-in glove for when you just really got to scratch your face.
I love that. You reach inside. Yeah.
It feels good. What it needs is windshield wipers for your face that are built into the mask.
Yeah.
It is waterproof, and there's multiple straps to ensure the proper fit. The whole thing weighs just 1,280 grams, or around 2.7 pounds. They're selling it for $177, and they say they're going to start shipping at the end of the month, but we've all seen the coolest cooler. So I don't know if I trust it. At $177, though, you have my attention. I'm not completely sold.
Seems like a great deal. if it's as advertised.
They raised over $325,000 from nearly 1,000 backers. But knowing how crowdfunding campaigns like this can go, let's just wait until they actually deliver the product before you start, putting your money towards it. Will this be the coolest cooler of the pandemic era? Or are we actually going to start seeing people wearing these things in public next month? Anybody's guess.
Yeah.
I would love a safety suit.
The thing looks stupid as fuck. But
Sure.
But if I saw someone out there wearing one of these, instead of cringing and laughing and pointing, I'd be like, thank you. Appreciate it.
That person
You're taking this seriously.
That person gets to go about their life. Sure. Hey, and look, it's a
they're sacrificing
it's my space bubble too.
They're sacrificing their dignity for my health.
Well, that's the thing too. Is it's like the mask. No one knows who you are.
Yeah. So no one's going to be robbing any places wearing this Biovisor.
When I go into a supermarket, I have my mask and my sunglasses on.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows who I am.
Could be anyone.
I could rob the place blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in a similar vein, but on the much more conceptual side, a company called Production Club that normally does creative design work for big music festivals and EDM acts, they haven't had much to do for the past few months.
Time to get creative.
The live music business has pretty much been completely on hold around the world. So rather than rest on their laurels, Production Club decided to use their very specific set of skills to design a conceptual COVID-19 bodysuit that would allow wearers to safely attend large music events. It's called the Microshell, and it's way more ridiculous than the Biovisor. It's pretty much a hazmat suit specifically for ravers.
I don't care about it. I love all of this.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
It's like, that's dumb as fuck, but also...
I get to do whatever I want without worrying.
If I had this, I would go to bars.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know what? Nothing to be scared of now.
I would like a delicious Pilsner with a straw, please.
Yeah.
And I put it under my thing and just get like one of those wacky straws that goes all the way up to your mouth.
Yeah.
I love it.
Probably shouldn't have banned all those straws, huh?
Oh, man. Straws, they're going to have to make a comeback.
Bring them back.
We're going to have to sacrifice a few turtles.
Sorry, turtles.
Yeah. Now, the mask part of the suit is a hybrid of soft and hard materials, and it allows for 360 degrees of vision and features fans and air filters for clean air, and it's attached to an adjustable chest section for keeping things locked down, as well as 2 arm coverings with gloves and a cell phone pouch. Pretty normal so far, but folks, they really have thought of everything here. Those 2 canisters in front, one is for beverages and the other is for vaping.
Yes!
Nice. Each has its own supply nozzle inside the suit to drink and vape to your heart's content. I fucking love it. There's speakers inside the helmet part, and there's subwoofers built into the back. That's just like those chairs they used to sell in the 90s where it was like, feel the video game. And it's just a subwoofer in a chair.
Makes you a better gamer.
There's a camera, there's an LED info panel, and there's even customizable RGB light strips.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you need.
It's like a mechanical keyboard for your health.
Yeah, it should just build a condom into it so that you can fuck at the festival and you're good to go.
Yeah. All this is controlled via a smartphone app. So those built-in speakers, they're not just for hearing music, they're also for communicating since, if everyone's wearing one of these suits, it's going to be pretty hard to talk to people unless there's some sort of wireless voice communication aspect.
Yeah.
According to the Microshell website, the volume of other people's voices could either be based on physical proximity, like real life, or you can, set the volume of individual people and the music audio source or whatever, all manually. There's even a feature to modify your voice with an audio filter. And in case you're wondering, yes, you can fuck in the suit.
There you go.
Under the basic needs and suit handling section of the website, it says, top-only suit design allows the user to wear their normal clothes, use the toilet, and engage in intercourse without being exposed to respiratory risks.
The suit's great. So again, unlike the Biovisor, the Microshell is really just a concept, and there don't seem to be any actual plans to produce it currently. Just a fun project to work on. And at this point, with everyone deciding to just pretend the virus isn't real, there probably wouldn't even be a market for it. Even if people were taking the virus seriously, it's hard to say whether anyone would be into this level of caution. I mean, I just admitted it.
Yeah.
But honestly, at this point, we're both so starved for live entertainment and hanging out and...
Yeah. I want to wear this suit to go see Tenet when it comes out, because otherwise it's going to be the first Chris Nolan movie I watch on home video in a very long time.
I would be down to wear one, I guess, if it was okay, we're going to do Coachella or something, or at least another big concert, I would at least feel safe going and enjoying some live music in this.
Yeah. And yeah, it seems like a lot of fun. The LEDs and as long as the airflow keeps things cool and stuff.
Well, that's the thing is you get some fans. It's like one of the suits, at, like a Mickey Mouse suit at Disneyland. Yeah. You got the fans going in it. It's probably a lot better than that.
Those people pass out a lot, regardless. They need more fans.
I'd love to see the inside of like a Donald Duck or Mickey costume in the age of coronavirus because they've probably taken a lot of the same.
It's like an ozone generator.
Yeah, I'm sure they've taken some precautions.
You would hope, but Disneyland's pretty notorious for not exactly prioritizing the health and safety of their park employees.
True.
Because Disneyland, I mean, it's brilliant. It's sort of evil, but it's brilliant. They're just like, hey, a bunch of people just like, fuck it. We're basically a cult. People grow up indoctrinated into our brand.
Yeah.
And they'll willingly come work for us and put up with way more shit than they would at a place they didn't like worship as like basically a religion.
It's like you're not getting the same kind of loyalty as you do at Knott's Berry Farm. I hate jam. Fuck you. I quit.
Yeah. People show up at Disneyland at like age 18. They're like, I'll do anything.
I will suck that mouse's dick.
Oh, you're gonna pay me? That's cool. Well, I just want to work at Disneyland. Anyway, again, if everyone simply just followed the very basic social distancing guidelines that we've known about since March, and even earlier than that, we wouldn't have to worry about any of this for much longer at all.
I mean, a lot of the blame can be put on the CDC and WHO by saying that masks were absolutely not necessary.
Well,
during the worst, like the worst of the stay-at-home orders and everything.
Well, yeah, their messaging is flawed. Like the point they were trying to make back then, I think, was like, you don't need a mask because everyone's staying the fucking home right now.
Yeah.
So, but then they saw that no one was taking that seriously. They're like, okay, yes, everyone needs a mask. And also, like early on, like the hospital workers were just like tying T-shirts around their faces.
Please don't get any masks. We need them.
People were price gouging on masks and shit. So they didn't want to encourage that anymore.
I'm just saying they need a better PR team at both of those organizations.
Yeah. But really, I mean, like, this could have all been over in like 2 months if the government had just said, like,
do not leave your house.
Don't leave your house. We'll pay for everything. We're suspending rents and mortgages. These are imaginary months. Don't worry about it. Just everyone stay the fucking home.
Yeah.
All the grocery stores need to set up delivery and whatnot.
Or do like South Korea did and send actual like grocery boxes to people's houses.
Yeah. If they had really like streamlined everything across the country, which is impossible because there's 50 states that can't agree on fucking anything. But this could have all been over. It's over in New Zealand because they essentially like were unified and took things seriously.
Send everyone a box of MREs, you get a little Tabasco and a pack of Marlboros, and you just wait this out.
Yeah. God, we
handled it terribly.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, all we had to do was just wear a mask in public, wash your hands, keep 6 feet apart from others. Boom. But you couldn't do it.
No. You just had to go to the Lake of the Ozarks and pee in the pool.
Mm-hmm. Now, we've talked about a few innovations that have been made in the 6-foot rule category, like those hats with the pool noodles attached, and that one restaurant in Maryland that put all of its customers in bumper tables.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, a cobbler over in Romania has made his own twist on the concept. Social distancing shoes.
And yeah, they're just really long shoes, okay? That's all they are, but they're very classy.
They look great.
There's a lot of long shoes out there that aren't classy.
Yeah.
We've seen them.
You appreciate a good shoe made by a talented cobbler. Like, damn, that's some fine hand-done work right there.
Didn't we say like 2 months ago that they should get the what's the culture in Mexico that has the giant shoes that come up?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's the pointy boots down in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean those guys
work.
Those guys, I bet not a single one of those guys has the virus.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Anyways, they do look classy. This man, he is a professional cobbler, so you can trust.
Been doing this for years.
From Reuters, quote, soon after a 2-month lockdown to prevent the spread of the new coronavirus eased in Romania in mid-May, Grigor Lup, a Romanian shoemaker from Transylvanian city of Cluj, noticed people were not respecting the rules of social distancing. So Lup came up with the idea of long-nosed leather shoes to help keep people apart. They come in a European size 75. Quote, "You can see it on the street. People are not respecting social distancing rules," said Lupp, who has been making leather shoes for 39 years. "I went to the market to buy seedlings for my garden. There weren't many people there, but they kept getting closer and closer. If two people wearing these shoes were facing each other, there would be almost 1.5 meters between them."
So we just need everyone to get the social distance shoes and problem solved.
It is so fucking annoying when I go into Ralph's.
Oh, people just right up on you.
It's insane. It is, and it's so fucking irritating. I feel like Larry David anytime I go out in public.
Yeah, it's wild. Even because they're keeping shit at, what is it, 60% capacity?
There's no rules at supermarkets.
Well, Costco is, I went to Costco once. It's the only big shopping trip I've done in the last 4 months. And I had to wait in line to get in for 15 minutes, whatever. Because they were keeping things at smaller capacity, but it's still Costco. So it was still a fucking nightmare. That place stresses me out every time I'm in there.
And everyone's still just wearing it below their nose. Fucking dick nose assholes. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate them so much.
It's because the masks aren't tight enough. They slide. It's the problem. Masks are designed for people with big old melon heads, with the ears on the backs of their heads.
And good news, I think next week we're releasing our masks. We don't make any money off it. It's all going to a charity. It's for food banks, I believe. So,
but no one's going to want any of them because the virus is over. What are you talking about?
I was saying that to the company that's making them. Just no one's going to want these. Everyone's just walking around like nothing matters. But it's for charity, so look for that next week.
Anyways, we've also talked in recent episodes about how some restaurants are adapting to being back open, but with the limited seating capacity. They're just filling the empty seats with dummies or blow-up dolls if they're feeling frugal, and it's a bit unsettling.
It's like a scarecrow.
Yeah. One restaurant in Denver, Colorado, though, has put their own spin on the concept. During quarantine, when they were completely closed, employees of Sputnik restaurant filled a bunch of booths with ghosts so that the people looking in from the sidewalk while they were closed, they could have a nice laugh, and the people working inside cooking the food didn't feel so alone.
Yeah, ghosts. Yeah. Literally just bed sheets over some sort of human form, maybe blow-up dolls, maybe just a balloon with helium in it.
Yeah.
And they were posed in various ways, having a beer at the bar, reading a book with a cup of coffee, enjoying some wine on a date, and playing dice. Ghosts are notorious gamblers.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot to do in the afterlife, turns out. Now that Sputnik is allowed to be back open, they're keeping the ghosts to enforce social distancing.
Yeah, this could be you.
And
if you don't stop fucking around, you're going to be the next ghost.
And while ghosts sound like a unsettling choice, it's still way less unsettling than the mannequins and the blow-up dolls that we've previously seen. That's just too much uncanny valley.
Yeah, it's funny because I was like, this sounds awful. Why would I want to eat at a restaurant full of ghosts? I'm like, this is actually funny. Whereas the mannequins, especially the mannequins, it's just
they're horrifying. It looks like you're about to get a nuclear test dropped on you.
Yeah. It's I shouldn't be here. The bombs are about to drop.
Yes. You know what this just made me realize, though, is that rest in peace, this year's Halloween for children.
Yeah.
Well, asshole kids will still go out and get a bunch of candy that people have had sitting in their homes, coughed on, touched by every single person in the neighborhood.
I'm not even gonna do candy. I'm just gonna have a bunch of candy apples in water. You got to use your teeth to get them out. Bob for those apples.
Ooh,
that was such a weird fucking tradition. Do people still bob for apples?
I did when I was a kid.
It's fucking weird.
I did when I was a kid. Yeah, I don't know if it exists anymore because I'm not a child, but
it's very strange.
It was mostly at school Halloween parties and stuff.
How many apples can you grab with your teeth out of this bucket?
This bucket has a hole in the bottom, and my PE teacher's dick's coming through it.
Oh, jeez. That's not an apple. That's a grown man's dick.
That's a penis.
Anyways, penises aside, it's getting harder and harder to laugh at any of this, considering how dire the whole situation is looking in this country. Not only is the virus not really slowing down, it's probably going to speed up in the coming weeks and months. I would bet money on it.
Yeah, it's already spiking. California, Arizona, and Florida are really bad right now.
California never even dipped. California slowed down for a bit, and now it's rising again. New York, for as bad as they fucked it up in the first month or so, New York's case numbers have dropped dramatically, which is...
It's going to go right back up. Did you see that video from St. Mark's?
Yeah, fucking Christ. Yeah, everything's fucked. See, in 2 weeks, it's going to be a whole new world. And it's going to speed up. And there's absolutely no fucking way that all the people who couldn't even make it through a few weeks of lockdown the first time around are going to be willing to do a second round of lockdown if and when it becomes necessary again. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
An actual vaccine is still probably a year away. There haven't been any real breakthroughs in treatment medications. But, you know, trying to stay positive here, on the bright side, it does look like humanity might soon be getting some assistance from our best friend, the dog.
What can't they do?
The humble canine.
Dogs, of course, have great noses and are often used in law enforcement for drug detection, bomb detection, and search and rescue. But they've also been successfully trained to detect diseases like Parkinson's and colon cancer, and may in fact also be able to detect COVID-19. Researchers in various parts of the world have been looking into this for the past few months, and a new preliminary study out of France indicates that dogs can in fact be trained to detect the presence of the virus in people's armpit sweat, and at a pretty high success rate too.
Nice. So the study involved 8 dogs, most of which are Belgian Malinois shepherds, and they had a 95% success rate in 368 trials. The dogs were apparently able to tell the difference between normal sweat and COVID sweat within just a few hours on their first day of training, and there's even evidence that dog noses are more accurate than swab tests. From the website Inverse, quote, "It may even be the case that dogs can detect COVID-19 before humans show symptoms." Grandjean, the study's lead author, explains that one pair of cases from a couple that provided sweat samples puzzled him. The humans had tested negative for COVID-19, but every dog in the study flagged the sweat sample as COVID-19 positive. Grandjean didn't know what the problem was. A week later, the chief medical officer at the hospital gave him a call. The patients were back in the hospital with COVID-19 symptoms and a positive diagnosis. It was just amazing, Grandjean says.
Holy crap, that's insane.
Yeah.
Or they all got it from being in the same room together for this study.
Maybe the dogs are just giving everyone COVID-19.
Turns out gods are super transmitters.
Well, they weren't. The dogs weren't getting up in there. They swabbed them and they gave them to the dogs. But like, between the dogs and we talked about the llamas a little while ago with those antibodies, like this might be
the
how
animals
we do this.
Need to save the day.
Like I'd feel a hell of a lot more comfortable going to a bar or restaurant if there was a trained golden shepherd or a German shepherd at the door who get in a whiff of everyone's armpits before you go in. They give you the go-ahead or they send you away. Like, I'd feel good about that.
Yeah.
So tear down all the Columbus statues, replace them with llamas and dogs,
Yes.
the real heroes.
You know, when we say all cops are bastards, we don't mean the dog cops.
Yeah.
Just like at the World War I memorial in England, they had no choice.
They had no choice. No one's even talking about tearing down the Animals in War Memorial in Hyde Park.
They saluted.
Yeah. That statue,
stays
no
up.
One's touched it.
Yeah, exactly. Same with the dog in Tokyo.
Yeah. Fuck, what was that dog's name? That's the saddest story. The old man who owned the dog, he died. The dog waited for him at the train station for 20 years.
Yeah. I've seen that dog twice in my life, and both times it made me feel happy. Hero dogs.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah,
all cops are bastards except for the dogs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people have some thoughts on Paw Patrol.
That's a...
Got that in the headlines, though. That's coming up later.
All right, well, let's get to the headlines. But before we do, let's get to some sponsors. This episode is sponsored by Honey. We all shop a lot online. If you didn't before, you certainly are now.
Yeah.
But did you know that you can make online shopping even better? Well, Honey can help. Honey is the free online shopping tool that saves you money online. Honey automatically finds the best promo codes and applies them to your cart, which makes online shopping finally feel as easy as it's supposed to be. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites, Target, Macy's, Etsy, Walmart, whatever. When you check out, this little box drops down and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. You wait a few seconds for it to scan for every promo code on the internet and then watch the prices drop.
Yeah, I just ordered, finally, a standing desk.
Mm-hmm. Ooh!
Yeah. I ordered a pretty nice one. Those things are not cheap. But Honey ran their promo codes through at the end, and I got a free desk lamp.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, cool.
I ordered a bunch of socks recently. I kind of felt bad because Honey put a Father's Day code in there.
Oh.
It was for me. Yeah. It wasn't for Dad. But thanks, Honey.
Well, you have 180,000 children.
Yeah, sure. Hi, kids.
Honey has found its over 17 million members, over $1 billion in savings. Honey supports over 30,000 stores online, and they're adding more every day. Users love Honey. That's why it has over 100,000 five-star reviews on the Google Chrome store. Not using Honey is literally passing up free money. It's free to use and installs in just a few seconds. Plus, it's now part of the PayPal family. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/weird. That's joinhoney.com/weird.
And this episode is sponsored also by Omaha Steaks.
Yum.
Well, we've been getting meats and sides delivered from Omaha Steaks for years now, and fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
With Father's Day coming up, I don't want to spend the money on myself. I got to get something for Dad. They do have some Father's Day offers for our viewers. If you go to omahasteaks.com and you enter code WEIRD into the search bar, you can save 55% on a gift that Dad will love. I'm literally going to get this for my dad because I can't think of anything else to get him. He loves the meats. Yeah. So for $79.99, your gift will include the following.
4 naturally lean top sirloin steaks, hand-carved and aged at least 21 days for tenderness and flavor. 4 premium boneless chicken breasts. 4 gourmet jumbo franks and kielbasa sausages. A package of savory all-beef meatballs. 4 perfectly browned potatoes au gratin. 4 made-from-scratch caramel apple tartlets, my favorite right there.
I love those
Those are so goddamn good.
Yeah.
And an Omaha Steaks signature seasoning packet. Dad, or you.
Or yourself.
We'll get all this delicious food, plus a free pound of steak cut bacon, it's bacon that's extremely thick.
Yes.
It's
gonna need a little extra time in the oven or on the stovetop.
Yeah. This amazing gift is ready to be shipped straight to Dad's door or anyone's door in time for Father's Day or any day.
Yeah,
for $79.99. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com, type WEIRD in the search bar to order the Summer Sizzle Pack for Father's Day today.
Coming your way, Dad. He doesn't watch the show. Let's get into headlines really quick with the first headline. Man using submarine to smuggle drugs across Detroit River found tied to floating bags of marijuana.
Yes, I always forget.
Very buoyant, the weed.
I mean, that is an international border, the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of smuggling happening there, but you never think of it because it's like, oh, Canadians, what are they going to do? Well, apparently they're bringing a lot of drugs over.
Yeah.
They're bringing crime. They're bringing, but yeah, this guy built a fucking submarine that he had his whole giant operation, and he got caught, and the DEA or whatever set him up in a hotel, and they're like, all right, we'll be back in the morning. He fucking pieced out, found a stashed submarine and tried to leave, but then they caught him in the water.
Why would you trust a man who can build a submarine alone?
I don't know.
Hey, you know that guy that built his own submarine? Let's leave him in this room, unmonitored.
Yeah, it's in hindsight,
probably not a good idea.
A bit lenient.
So these were obviously American DEA agents, right?
Yeah, he got caught in the American side.
Very trustworthy, these American DEA agents.
Yeah, well,
so
they don't want to get in trouble for anything. The police are under a lot of scrutiny right now. They're like, look, set you up in this hotel, Mr. Drug Smuggling criminal mastermind.
You're lucky. We're not going to kill you because people are really paying attention right now.
Yeah.
Was he smuggling weed from Canada to America? It doesn't seem like Canada needs the weed because it's legal there.
He was smuggling drugs. It sounded like a lot of what he was smuggling was like cash as well for like money laundering. Sure. I don't know. But
probably a lot more going on there than we know.
It was a big operation. Involved like false identities and...
Oh, you got to have a false identity.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, I mean, the Coast Guard job in the Great Lakes got to be a great job.
Probably pretty cool.
Yeah, well, especially in the winter. Extremely cool. Because
you don't got to do shit.
You don't have to do shit.
Look, there's a guy skating across the ice. Yeah. Let's go get him.
Next headline. Ohio State Senator blames coronavirus pandemic on colored people not washing their hands.
Oh. Hold on, there's a helicopter going over.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, this state senator, he's a fucking doctor. And he said this during like some coronavirus Q&A. He's like, well, is it possible, like we know like black people have been getting it more. Is it possible they're just like less clean? They don't wash their hands, like they're not taking it seriously. And they're like, no.
So is he still a state senator? Has he resigned? What's going on?
I think he's still got his job.
What's odd is that like Ohio was one of the more conservative states that took this seriously at the beginning. But
so it's a mixed bag pretty much everywhere. But yeah, no. The reason more black people, more colored people are getting it is because they have a lot more underlying health conditions as a byproduct of often living in places that have worse air and water quality, and often working in jobs that are less good for the health, and often having...
No, it's because they don't wash their hands. Yeah, you heard what the senator said. He's a doctor. Trust... Listen, I love this. You got to trust this guy. He's a doctor. Rand Paul, doctor. How can anything he says be wrong?
Rand Paul's a fucking ophthalmologist.
Doctor.
And he's like, Rand Paul, it's hilarious. He's like board certified by a board that he created simply to give himself a certification.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Anyways, Taiwanese YouTuber and politician breaks 53 chopsticks with his butt after losing voting bet.
Yeah, I don't know much about Taiwanese politics, but yeah.
Sounds fun.
This he's a very popular YouTuber, ran for like Taipei City Council or something like that, and he's just like, he publicly made a bet that a certain number of people were going to show up for a recent election, lost the bet, so he held up his end of the bargain and broke 53 chopsticks with his butt.
Now I'm going to assume that he didn't do what I'm about to say, which is what I hoped would be the way he broke them. Can you assume in your head what I think that he did?
He didn't jam them up and then break them off.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
No, he wore a man thong and stuck them like, flat, and then would squeeze his butt so they'd snap.
Oh, that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Not as cool as the one that I thought of.
Well, yours sounds more dangerous.
Oops, one got stuck up there. Time for splinter extraction.
Well, now I have to shit into a colostomy bag for the rest of my life, but at least I kept my end of the deal up.
That man has honor.
Yeah.
Make way, he's a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Petition launched to replace statue of Robert E. Lee with Guar's Odorous Orungus in Richmond, Virginia.
This is absolutely perfect, and it should happen.
Yeah, I mean,
and it should happen.
They're from Richmond. They are arguably the most...
They do a lot for the community. They have the Guarbecue every year. Obviously, Odorous Orungus has been dead for a while.
Yeah, a martyr for the cause of Guar.
I think when they do eventually put the Odorous statue up, they need to have his giant penis as a fountain.
Yeah.
It needs to have water constantly coming out of it.
Yeah, I appreciate this. Like, I mean, Robert E. Lee,
he's got a
loser.
He's got a pig snout. It mocks the police. It hits all the marks.
Yeah. Yeah, get rid of fucking the Confederacy lasted 5 years. We've been making YouTube videos longer than the entire length of the Confederacy.
Yeah,
like I do not personally expect a statue of me to be anywhere in 170 years, nor should we expect Robert E. Lee.
I've been meaning to hit up that U2's company to get some little figures made of us.
That company seems cool. They haven't actually like launched or sold anything yet, and their lineup of products is massive, and I'm just like,
is this going to happen?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's quite ambitious. Internet comment Eric, he got one. There's a bunch of Bob Ross ones. Mr. Sark got one in his old inbox outfit.
Everyone tweet at U2's.
Yeah.
I think it's UTOOZ.
Yeah.
And tell them that you want, I don't even care for ripping each other apart, like melted together as one, but it would be cool to have.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'd send to my dad and say, look.
Hey,
look, Dad, I made it.
He throws it into the lake. Tear down the statue.
No. He just goes out to the bar and continues drinking with everyone with no masks on. That's my son.
I'm drinking with my son.
That's my liberal son. He wears a mask like a pussy. Let's put a little mask on his little...
Sends you a picture of it. Look at us. We're having a good time down at the bar.
We can put a little mask on your character because you're such a pussy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, Dad.
Next headline. German beach hotel bans overweight guests. Another great idea. They're unsightly.
Yeah,
they're out of here.
I don't think you'd be able to do this in America.
Absolutely not.
But I don't know the German laws, but they're justifying this basically like they're like, this is a nice resort. We just dropped a couple $1 million on some very high end like furniture. Yeah. It's quite designer
we don't want
furniture.
Your fat rolls seeping through it.
And they said they had a fat guest like break one of their chairs a little while ago, and they're like, that's it. Fat people are banned. And I mean, there's like some leeway. They said it's like 280 pounds is the limit.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty high. And I spent a good amount of time in Germany. There's not a lot of people there that
would
cross
that
threshold. They are
I've
less sedentary society than us.
I've been swimming in Germany once, and I gotta say, everyone looked great.
Yeah.
In Germany, though, the bathing suits are they show a lot.
They do.
And the ladies, they can go topless. No problem.
Topless.
They don't even care.
T-O-P-L-E-S-S.
They just let it all hang out.
They do.
I had a great time down at the lake. I can't remember what city it was in, but it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Not a fat person in sight. Lots of Speedos, though.
Yeah.
No.
It's a real meat market for everyone.
Yep.
Doctors in China removed fish from man's rectum after he accidentally sat on it. We've all been there, haven't we?
You don't understand. I was just laying by the lake.
Yeah, you're down at the lake. You're nude.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Asshole wide open, just sunning my asshole. As
You pop a squat, and what do you know? There's tilapia up your rectum. And it can't get out. You got to go to the hospital.
Yeah. It happens. It happens.
It's very inconvenient.
It's embarrassing, but it happens.
Yeah. And the whole time it's up there just nibbling, and you're like, ooh, stop. Ooh. Oh, no, this is awful. Wagging its little tail around your sphincter.
You see, Doc, listen. This is a compounding problem because I originally didn't want to come here because I got a little bit of an ass worm problem. So I thought, what would any normal person do? Yeah. You get a fish to eat all the worms out of your ass.
Yeah, it's like
fish love worms.
You dip your feet in the fish. They clean your feet up.
They clean it all up.
What if
you put your ass in there?
But for your sphincter and your butthole?
I'm wrong again, but I'm assuming this is like the size of a bass.
I mean, it was a tilapia.
Oh,
like not the smallest fish. So
yeah,
don't know.
Well, I don't know how it got up there, and obviously
he says it was an accident. So
we got to take him at his word.
Why would anyone lie about such a situation?
I wish I would have just come in for the ass worm problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
just buy a bidet.
Yeah, sure. Blast all the worms out.
Yeah. Australian Distillery recalls gin after accidentally selling bottles of hand sanitizer.
Wait, so they sold hand sanitizer with the gin label on it?
Yeah, in like the gin, like the glass bottle. Because all these distilleries started making hand sanitizer when there was a shortage. And this one, they got things a little mixed up. So you're buying a bottle of gin and you go and pour it. And it's
damn, this must be good. How long did this gin age for?
Thick.
Yeah, it's thick gin.
Yeah.
Now that I've had it, I can't go back to the regular gin.
I don't think anyone would have accidentally drank this hand sanitizer given the viscosity of it, but
it's like that beer from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
A lost sketch that you can't really find online, but a good one nonetheless. It is kind of like shocking to see in like supermarkets how they're just selling isopropyl alcohol labeled as hand sanitizer, because that's not really good for you.
No.
You can't have it be like liquid. It has to have some viscosity to it. Like aloe and thicken it up a bit. Safer for your hands.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Fox's Tucker Carlson lashes out against Elmo's anti-racism message.
Didn't know Elmo was such a Antifa leftist cuck.
Well,
yeah, they did this fucking Sesame Street special. It was literally just like trying to explain racism to children, which Sesame Street has been doing for like 50 years.
A long time.
It was like Elmo's dad explained to Elmo, it was just like, sometimes people in this country, they get discriminated against just based on the color of their skin.
Why would you do that?
That's so sad. And Tucker Carlson is just like, oh, Sesame Street's just indoctrinating kids into thinking America's not great. It's like, well,
shut up.
I mean, for a lot of people, America isn't that great. You want children's shows to just like be propaganda in favor of like the U.S. being perfect? I
hope Tucker Carlson burns in hell.
He's a fucking terrible person.
Yeah.
Who I don't even think believes half the shit he says. I think he's just
he has no morals.
Brilliantly kind of evil opportunist. Because like, even if like, when he started off, he was just a pretty like milquetoast conservative.
Yeah.
And now he's just like, oh, when I say like stuff that's essentially fascism, people really like it. So
I hope history judges him harshly.
Yeah.
Because, things will change after Trump, better or worse, whatever. He's always going to have these 4 years on file, on a video, and I hope history judges him for that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Miss Hitler pageant entrant and her partner jailed for belonging to a neo-Nazi group. Yes, there is a...
It sounds like a honeypot operation.
Miss Hitler pageant. Yeah, that seems like something you'd set up specifically to catch the Nazis. Maybe that was the case. But,
yeah. We got free boats down here for all these criminals that have warrants.
Yeah.
It's a Miss Hitler pageant for all the neo-Nazis.
She wasn't even like that hot, too. So like, what's the...
Who that loves Hitler would be very hot?
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty...
that Ava Braun, though. Smoke show.
Yeah. Fine as wine.
Uh-huh.
That's the master race right there.
Yeah. Oklahoma police major says cops are shooting blacks, quote, much less than they probably ought to be. Yikes. Yikes.
Not good anytime, but not good now. Really.
Just never a great idea, especially as a police major.
Yeah.
Really solidifying the fact that cops are terrible.
If anything, we should be killing more black people. What? What did I say?
What? Oh, just go dropping truth bombs? You see the LAPD's like threat to like the entire city? Like defund us and like 911 calls will go unanswered, backup will go unanswered. Like all this, like just a not so thinly veiled threat to the actual populace.
Of course.
Yeah.
Woman attempting suicide in Tokyo has life saved by 20 sumo wrestlers.
Did they catch her or?
She jumped off a bridge, and all the sumos, their training studio is right next door, so they all jumped into the water and grabbed her and saved her and carried her out. So yeah,
must have been quite the sight.
Must have been. They were like all in there. They were in their gear too.
They look buoyant though. Not allowed at the German beach though. Can't do it.
Yeah, they are very heavy. The thing is, like, sumo wrestlers are fucking jacked. They're just also super fat on top of it.
And they're just very, very large humans.
Yeah, like if you removed like the body fat from them, they would be.
Well, it's like all those
absolute unit.
All the like justice porn videos where like a fat kid getting like bullied all the time finally snaps and just knocks someone out because it's like fat people have a lot of muscle under there. They have to carry around that body all day.
They do, especially like fat kids.
Yeah,
a lot of them are just like it's hormonal and shit. And they're just strong kids that because your body grows at like different rates. When you're fucking like 12, your legs are way too long, and kids look fucking weird when they're going through puberty, like before and slightly after. So a lot of fat kids are just strong kids that the body fat came before the bone growth.
Just go to the justice porn subreddit. You'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah. China is manufacturing boycott China caps and t-shirts due to high demand in India.
Whatever.
Got him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great. Anyways, there's smart business move.
Yeah. Good. Playing both sides.
Yes.
That's why President Xi is president for life.
Because of great ideas.
Yeah.
Not for any other reason.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a real great one. Well, the implications wouldn't have been great, but the story ended up being very heartwarming and funny. Incel blows own hand off with bomb meant for hot cheerleaders, FBI says. This fucking moron.
Yeah, he blew off like one entire hand and then like half the other hand and like just like shrapneled the shit out of his face and neck.
Yeah, the mugshot is quite something.
Yeah, he went to the hospital. He's like, I was mowing my lawn and I reached inside and it cut me up. And they're like, what? That's weird. Why do you have shrapnel wounds? And the cops went to his house and they're like, yeah, he was clearly making a bomb and it blew up while he was making it. And they found his fucking journals and it's all just like, literally like fan fiction about himself, like committing acts of incel terrorism.
Yeah.
And just like, it's like, he then approached the group of hot cheerleaders with his hand in his pocket, ready to pull the trigger on the bomb.
Dork.
Fucking loser.
Well,
can't even jack off anymore.
That's what I was just going to say. Like, he wasn't getting laid before, and now he can't even jack off.
Yeah.
He's going to put his stubs down there and just fuck his stubs. Hey, stub fucker.
Yeah.
He'll be in jail for a long time, probably.
I hope so.
Stub fucker.
You fucking stub fucker.
Shut up, stub. Backlash mounting against Paw Patrol amid push for police reform.
I mean, it's the dog is a cop. It's a police dog, but not like real life police dogs. You know, they just want something to do.
They have no choice.
They have no choice.
They want the treat.
The Paw Patrol dog is sentient, though.
Yes.
Doesn't have the same excuse as your typical police dog.
No, they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Paw Patrol, they're like, we're putting a pause on new episodes right now, you know, as events unfold.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want them to euthanize that police dog.
A very special episode of Paw Patrol.
Because I don't know anything about it. I think like one of them is like a firefighter, paramedic, or something. Like, you know, the real heroes.
Yeah.
It's the best fucking post. It's just like everyone who's demonizing the police is forgetting who the real heroes were on this day, and it's like a picture of fucking 9/11, and everyone's like, the fire department? What are you talking about?
The fire department did a lot there.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
The police weren't needed. The terrorists were already dead.
Yeah. They didn't. There was nothing to shoot. I mean, the cops did like. They were involved.
They
but
did.
The firefighters
there
were on
some heroes. Yes.
The firefighters were on the front lines of dealing with that situation because it was their specialty.
There was like complete like capitalist irony. I've been obviously watching like the vinyl collector stuff. There was a Paw Patrol 7-inch on bone-colored vinyl released a couple months ago, and every time it was posted, it was like upvoted crazy on Reddit to the point where it like sold out and is valuable because people thought it was so stupid that they bought it out of just complete irony.
Yeah.
Just a waste of money.
Probably worth a lot more now.
Well, once the show gets canceled and that dog gets euthanized.
Yeah, it's the last Paw Patrol LP to have the dog on it.
How are these paws going to stay on patrol when the Paw Patrol doesn't have access to grenade launchers?
Yeah.
Answer me that.
Speaking of grenade launchers, final headline, and this was floating around Twitter. It turns out it's actually from 2014, but it's just it's a perfect headline.
Yeah.
LA school district to give up 3 grenade launchers, keep 60 M16 rifles.
Yeah.
This was going around. People were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But
meanwhile, teachers are like buying pencils with their own money.
So then they also kept a bunch of like MRAPs, those like armored vans and stuff. But it's because the Pentagon, all their surplus gear, they just give it away.
Yeah.
They gave it to the LA school district. They're like, you guys think you might need some grenade launchers? They're like,
probably.
Yeah, sure, whatever. We'll just keep it in our office and like it looks cool. I'm like, hey, you want to see it? Yeah, they're armed to the teeth apparently.
The comments like where like people are talking about like defunding the police in LA below this is just like. Specifically the comment where the LAPD like union wrote back and were like, well, if we lose money, we're going to lose this. People are responding like, why don't you hold a fucking bake sale, loser?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, fucking teachers paid jack shit and can't even, like, they have to raise money.
Yeah.
They have to
for glue sticks.
crowdfund for, like Elmer's glue and shit. Crayons. It's fucking ridiculous. Like,
even when I was a kid in school, they would send us with like a items list at the beginning of the school year.
Yeah, it's like hey, and it's just a thing you accept. You're like, oh yeah, the teacher needs stuff, but it's like literally this is what the government should be providing.
Yeah.
But because they've slashed everything and just given that money to the cops, it's on us for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what a country.
What a country.
And I mean, like, the protest shit's still happening.
Oh yeah, that's the thing is a lot of the mainstream media is no longer covering the protest. One of the biggest ones in LA is happening on Sunday.
Yeah, it's very interesting because they were covering the shit out of it in the first couple days when it was like the police violently clashing and like trying to suppress, and then like there was a lot of looting and shit.
Now it's all peaceful.
But now that the police have learned that they were just generating bad press for themselves, and they've sort of pulled back a bit. The level of violence has gone away almost completely, and it's all been very peaceful. So the news, it no longer bleeds, so it no longer leads. They're not covering these fucking massive protests that are still happening.
So strange that when the cops just kind of like let things go, that everything turns out pretty okay.
Yeah, well, it's the same with like I wanted to cover this, but there's just so much to it.
Chaz?
With the Chaz, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone in Seattle, which it's become this like all the fucking right-wing media, they're just like foaming at the mouth.
It's a war zone.
Yeah, well, it's like simultaneously just this lawless war zone, but also the most cringy thing in the world. Mm-hmm. And like it is pretty cringe, but it's just like the police in Seattle, they literally abandoned this precinct clearly because they're just like, they're gonna burn it down. And then we can use that as pretext for like really clamping down. They abandoned the precinct though, and everyone there was just like, all the protesters were like, well, cool. I guess this area is ours now. It just turned it into like this. It's basically Occupy Wall Street again, but in the Capitol Hill neighborhood of Seattle, which like, again, all these right-wingers are like, this once beautiful city has been taken over. It's like, bitch, fucking Capitol Hill is like the Silver Lake of Seattle. Like, you would have never fucking gone there. You would have never liked this place. All the businesses that are there seem fine with it because they can actually, sell their food and products without tear gas breaking through the windows and shit. Yeah. Like, it's been overwhelmingly peaceful. And it's
no. I saw the photoshops of Fox with the armed guy on.
Putting the same gunman in every photo, and I mean it's like the whole thing. It's funny because it's no one planned for this. They just like if you were just like all of a sudden been like, here's like 4 city blocks, you run it, and you're just like, okay, well let's try this. Like they're figuring it out. It's a learning process, but and it's all like a bunch of fucking 19-year-olds. I'd say they're doing okay at it. Like every Twitter thread I've read from like even like some conservative media people who go and actually like visit on foot, and it's just like they can't. They're even when they're trying to paint it as like this horrible thing, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. They're just giving out free food and
I forget. I don't know what march it was, or if it was in Seattle or not. But like the video of this like scrawny white dude being like, "Let's flip this truck," and everyone just turns on him. They're like, "No, shut the fuck up! What the fuck are you doing?"
It was some Twitch streamer or YouTube. Yeah, some like
everyone just starts shaming him.
Yeah, it was some wannabe Ice Poseidon. I think that was New York. But yeah, I don't know. Now they're like, it's like the same people that thought that a bunch of Antifa super soldier buses were coming to your like fucking 2,000 population town.
Yeah.
Those people are now convinced that the Hells Angels and the Mongols have declared a truce to all form a long convoy of bikers to
I saw that.
to
Did that
take
happen?
over. No, because it's not fucking real.
I was like, whoa, this is gonna be crazy. They're gonna show up.
It's completely made up in these fucking QAnon morons' heads. Yeah, and it's like, and even if it was true, I mean, maybe there's some bikers heading down there, but it's like, how can you on one hand say you hate the lawlessness of this autonomous zone so much? So let's send over a fucking biker gang,
the mercenaries.
But yeah, I don't know. The Chaz will probably get like violently taken down within the next couple days, maybe even before this video goes up. But I mean, I don't know. It's not. I've been to like Christiania in Copenhagen, which is kind of what this is, but it's been going for like 50 years now, and it's just like there's a bunch of land no one was using, a bunch of hippies took it over, and now it's like this like weird commune that's like sort of part of Denmark, but sort of its own sovereign area, and it's fucking awesome, and it's the only place where you can very easily buy hashish. They're just selling it out on the streets. But if you pull out a camera, they'll grab it out of your hand and toss it in the lake.
Good.
And there's nothing you can do about it because there's no cops.
Well, check out our other episodes over here. We have a daily episode. We have a new Tech News Day episode. Check both of those out, and we'll see you soon for more content. Now let's walk out of here the same way Donald Trump walks down a ramp.
I was running. It was slippery.